Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's Atlantic Basin Tropical Update. So, looking at Tropical Storm Gert as of 5 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, Monday, September the 4th. Tropical Storm Gert has maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 1,000 millibars, and northerly movement at 24 miles per hour. Katia is weakened to a tropical depression with maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 1,008 millibars, and northwesterly movement at 7 miles per hour. We have a tropical wave that now has a 40% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 7 days coming off of Africa. And then the main focus of the video, Invest 95L, as of 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Monday, September the 4th, 2023. Showers and thunderstorms continue to show signs of organization in association with a tropical wave located several hundred miles southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducive for further development, and the system is expected to become a tropical depression around midweek. Additional strengthening is likely late this week while the system moves west to west-northwestward at 15 to 20 miles per hour over the central and western portions of the tropical Atlantic. Formation chance through 48 hours is now high at 70%, and formation chance through 7 days is now high at 90%. So if you live across areas from Guadeloupe through Anguilla, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, the British U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, St. Martin, make sure you're watching Invest 95L very closely as you are in the track of this system. So first, looking at the 6Z run of the GFS model, here is Invest 95L, a organizing tropical wave in the east main development region of the Atlantic, Monday morning, September the 4th. Going into Tuesday, September the 5th, we see a tropical depression in the GFS model in the central main development region, and now the GFS model is rapidly intensifying 95L into a hurricane by Wednesday, about 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. And then as we go into Friday, September the 8th, could see a major Category 3 hurricane to the east of the Lesser Antilles. But this is where I have some good news. The GFS model is now curving this major hurricane, which could be a Category 4 by Saturday, September the 9th, a few hundred miles to the northeast of the Lesser Antilles. So let's hope and pray that these trends continue. Going into Sunday, we could be seeing an absolute monster of a hurricane, Category 4 north of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands by a few hundred miles. Still too close for comfort. And then now the GFS is showing this hurricane missing the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos well to the east-northeast by Tuesday. And then the potential hurricane, likely hurricane, is going to curve up to the north as a Category 3 by Wednesday, September the 13th. And then the GFS does some funky things towards September the 14th. And this is where the model runs becoming unreliable. But we're likely going to see Invest 95L begin to curve to the northeast by September the 14th, posing a threat to Atlantic Canada and Bermuda. So looking at the 0Z run of the European model shows a tropical wave in the east main development region today, and then as we go through Wednesday, the European is slower to develop it, but we see a tropical storm by Thursday, and then going into Friday, we see a strengthening tropical storm about a few hundred miles to the northeast of the Lesser Antilles, and the European model is also missing the Lesser Antilles to the northeast, Category 2 hurricane by Saturday, September the 9th. And then we see the European model rapidly intensify this hurricane to a potential Category 3 by Monday, September the 11th. But this is well to the north of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, and then staying well to the east of the Turks and Caicos and Bahamas. And the European model begins to curve this hurricane out to sea as a Category 4 by September the 14th. And then going Looking at the Canadian model shows a similar solution with a major hurricane just to the north of the Caribbean by Sunday, September the 10th. And then we see a near miss, brings it closer to the Turks and Caicos, but still far enough to the east to avoid major impacts by September the 12th and 14th. And then we begin to see a northerly curve in the Canadian. So good model trends for my friends in the Caribbean this morning. Let's hope these models continue to trend to the north. But I'll continue to closely monitor Invest 95L for my friends in the Caribbean. Thanks for watching this morning's update on Invest 95L. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.